Hello, you're welcome to another video, and today's video is going to be about get response automation tutorial. I am going to take you through all the steps in setting up a proper automation. If you don't have a get response account, you can click the link in the description below to get a get response account. You're also going to get a 30 days free trial if you can prepare your automation messages very well. It's another means of easing your task because everything is going to be run on autopilot. You can also use your automation messages to engage your customers till they finally buy whatever product you are selling. So before we get started, I'm Abdul-wasi, and I share different tips, tricks, and strategies that you can use to make money online, just like what I'm going to show you in this video. And if you are new to my channel, please click the subscribe button and also click the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video. So without further ado, let's get started. So this is my GETRESPONSE account. So regardless of whatever page you are going to, what you need to do is just to click on this menu port icon here. Then these are the menus. So what you just need to do is just to click on automation. So when you click on automation, you are going to arrive at this page. But this is what I actually want to show you something. If you can remember, if you watched my last video where I showed you how to build an opt-in page to collect people's email address using a lead magnet, you can use this automation to send the download link to them. So let's assume this email sequence is about sending them the ebook and also to continue engaging them till they buy whatever I want to sell. Maybe my product, or maybe an affiliate product, or whatever. So what you need to do is to firstly upload the file of whatever you want to give into your GetResponse database. So to do that, what you need to do is just to click on this menu icon. Then you go to files and images. So you click on that. This is the file and images. So what you need to do is just to click on add file. Then whatever the file is, wherever the file is in your computer, you are going to look for it, then upload it. So you can just click on select a file from your computer. So you can click on this. So let me assume this is the file I want to give out. So what I will just need to do is just to click on open. So you can see it's ready to upload. Then I'll click on add. So you can see now this is the file here. So what I just need to do is just to hover on these three dots here. So you can see. Then I'll just click on copy URL. So the URL that I copied here is going to be in the first message that your subscribers are going to receive. So let's say you are giving out a free ebook. So once they put their name and email and they click on download, so the mail they are going to get is going to be something like this is your free book. Then you can say some wordings. Then you can put a button like saying click here to download. I'll show you how to do that while creating the automated message. So now so we've copied the URL. So what we need to do now is just to go back to the menu, then click here, then go back to automation. So this is where I'm going to create the automation. So one thing you need to note is that before you create your automation, you need to create the messages that you want to send before you create the workflow. What you need to do is that before you even go into your GetResponse account, you can calm down, sit down somewhere, write out all the emails that you want all your subscribers to receive based on how you want them to receive it. So then what you need to do now is just to go to these automation messages. This is where you're going to create the message. So to create the message, what you need to do now is just to click on create automation message. So but for this training, I'm just going to create one message just for you to see how it is. And this training is not really for message. It's just to show you how to create your automated messages using GetResponse. So after clicking on that, what you need to do now is just to type in the automation message title. The name, just give it any name that you want. Make sure you give it a name that you can remember. So what you need to do now is to give it a name. So let me just call this maybe YouTube test. So let me call it YouTube test, for example. So then You scroll down, you give it the subject that you want to give it. So maybe like this is your book. Then once you give it a title, then what you need to do now is come to design message. So this is where you are going to design the message. So this is where you are going to design your message. What you just need to do is to pick any template that you like. But most of the time, I just prefer picking a blank template. What we need to do now is just to click on blank template. So then we click on use template. So if you can remember, we copied the link of the file that I uploaded earlier. What we need to do now is to design the email. To do that, what you can just do, this is a text, so you just drag it here. Then you type whatever you want to type. So let's say you can type something like maybe click the button below to download your book, your free ebook. So after you type whatever you want to type, then you can just click on back to add another element. So what you can just do is just to add a button. So this is a button here. What you just need to do, you can just drag it here, then put it under this place. So this is where the button is. So now you can see click here. So you can type maybe something like click here to download. So then you put the link. If you can remember, we copied the link of the file we uploaded. So what you just need to do is just to paste the link here. So this is the link to that file that I uploaded. Then once you are done with whatever you want to do, then what you need to do is press next. So after you press next, what you can now do is to check everything to see if everything is fine. So you can see you are good to go. Then what you can now do is just to click on save and finish. So now our first email is set. So what you need to do next is to create another message again. So you create another automation message, but I won't be creating that one. So when you are creating yours, you need to create the amount of message you want your subscribers to receive. So after creating all those messages that you want, what you need to do next is just to click on workflow. So after clicking on workflow, what you need to do next is just to click on create workflow. So this is the way you are going to design the way you want your email subscribers to receive your message. So the next thing what you need to do here is just to click on build from scratch. So after you click on build from scratch, you are going to arrive at this page. What you just need to do is just to give this automation workflow a name. You need to give it a name that you can remember, because as time goes on and as your business continues to grow, the more automation workflow you will need to create. So that by the time you have close to like 20 or 30 workflow, you will not really know what it's about. So best thing is not for you to give it this name. You give it a name that you can remember. So let me just call this YouTube workflow. Then if you just have a new GetResponse account, what you need to do is just to click on subscribe. Now this is where we are going to create the automation workflow. So you can see subscribe to any list via any method. This is not a good idea, because if you have like 10 lists, let's say one list is about hunters, one list is about fishing, one list is about maybe landing page, one list is about dropshipping, and so on like that. So if you leave it like this, it means that if anybody if anybody opts in to any of your emails, it means that they are going to receive this workflow that you are creating. So in order to avoid that, what you need to do is just to click on this, then go to the side where you can see select the list. So you can see any or specific. So we want to send this message to a specific list. So what you just need to do is just to click on specific. Then now you can see now select the list. You click on select the list. So you click on whatever list that you have. So I'll be using I'll be using LP training for the training so far. So let's just use LP training. Then you can see select the subscription method. There are so many ways that people can opt into your GetResponse account. So depending on how you want people to opt into your email subscription list. So what you just need to do is just to click on this. We don't want any method. So you can use API. Let's say you connect your GetResponse to your website using API. If you use form, maybe and all these ones, if you use landing page, list emails, and so on, depending on whatever you use. But if you watch my last video, I used form. It was this form I used to build the opt-in page. If you don't know how to do it, you can just click somewhere around here to watch the video. I explained everything on how to build an opt-in page to get email subscribers. So now what you need to do now is just to click on form. So after clicking on form now, you can see any. We don't want any form because you might have close to like 10 form pointing to a different list. So I won't want to click on any. So I will need to click on specific again. Then now you can see select a form. So this was a form that I created last. So what I just need to do is just to click on this. So now uh GetResponse knows that anybody that subscribed to this form is going to receive this automation message. So whenever creating your automation message, you need to be very specific. So now the next thing we need to do now is this. You click on add element, which I just did. Then you go down where you can see send message. Based on the opt-in page that I created, I'm giving them a book in exchange for their email address. So what I need to do now is just to click on send message, then drag it here. So it means that once they subscribe, the next thing they are going to receive is a message. Then what you need to do now is just to click on this place, then drag it down to this. So now they are connected. So you can see select a message to send. What you need to do now is just to click on this. Then you scroll up. You can see automation. Then you select a message. So if you can remember, we created a message. So what I just need to do is just to click here, then select the message. So this was the message I created there. So YouTube test. So once I click on this, this is the message they are going to receive. So if you can remember, in that message, I've already put the link to the book. So it means that once they subscribe, they are going to get this message. So once they open the message, they'll be able to click the download link that I put there, and they're going to have access to the book. So now they already have their book and I have their email. So which means that I can sell to them anytime. I can send message to them anytime. Since they've opted for whatever product you are giving out for free, it means that there's a high chance that they are willing to even pay to get something better. So you can prepare your automated message using that idea. So what you need to do next. So what you can do now is this. So you can go back to add elements. So you can see message opened. So this is a conditional statement like get response. If they open this message that I sent to them, then do this. If they did not open this message, then do something else, something like that. So what you can now do is this: you connect. So now they're already connected. But you can see when any newsletter is opened, we don't want that. We want when this message is open, this YouTube test is open. So you click on this. So you can see when message open, which you can see which message opens do you want to track. So you click on this. So this message is under automation. So you click on automation. You can see any. We don't want any. You go again, specific. The message. You select the message, YouTube test. So this is YouTube test. So it means that when they open this message, what should happen? This means that if they open this message, what do you want to happen? If they did not open the message, what do you want to happen? So now if they open the message, I want to wait for maybe like a day or maybe 30 minutes or 1 hour, or depending on whatever you want to achieve, depending on the time you want them to receive the next message. So you just put something like this, wait. You put the wait under this. So then you connect. So it means that once they open this message, they are going to get the next message after 24 hours. But if you don't want them to receive it in 1 day, so what you can just do is just to click on this, then come here. You can see days. You can decide to change it. You can decide to change it from maybe you can decide to change it to the time you want, maybe the hours or minutes. So depending on when you want them to receive the next message. So let's just say I'm okay with them receiving it in 1 day. So what you need to do next is just to click on add element again. Then after waiting for 1 day, what do you want to happen? I want to send them another message again. So linking this, you link it together. The messages that you created, you follow the same process again. You click on the message that you want, you scroll up again. So you click the message. So the only message I created for this training was this. So YouTube test. I'm just using this as an example. Is you don't have to say after sending them the first message, you now send them the same message again. So make sure that's why you need to prepare all the messages you want them to receive. So by the time once you name everything, you know that okay, this message I want. You can even call it maybe first message, second message, third message, things like that. So you'll be able to arrange it based on how you want them to receive the message and the time you want them to receive. So this is for this. When this message is opened, they are going to this is going to wait for 1 day. Then they are going to receive another message. But if they did not open it, let's say some people just decided to opt in and maybe they forgot to open their email, or maybe something came up that they were unable to open the email. So there's possibility that they might not be able they might not come back to open that email again. It means that they've forgotten you. So what you can just do is this. You can use this. You can now send them another message again to remind them. I can send the second message as you forgot to download your free ebook. Click here to download. So I can also, it means that I will need to have prepared that automation earlier before coming back to this place. So what you need to do now is just to click on this condition box now. So you click on this condition box. So you can see when to assume the condition wasn't met. Then you can see after some time. So it means that maybe after 1 day or after whatever, you put the time that you want them to you will put the time that you want GetResponse to understand that this person has not met a particular condition before it takes action. So let's say after 1 day, it means that the condition is not met. So what you can do next is just to put a mail. It's just to send another mail to them. Then to do that, what you can just do is just to click on add element again as usual. Then you can see send message. You click on send message. So you can put it here. Then you link it up. So let me explain this workflow for you now. So it means that once they subscribe for your lead magnet, they are going to receive this message. If they open it, if they open it, GetResponse knows that they've opened the message. Then it will wait for 1 day, then send them another message. Then it continues based on how you want it to be. Then if the message is not opened, GetResponse will wait for 1 day before GetResponse will decide that this person has not met the condition of opening this mail. So since it's 1 day that is there, it means that after 1 day, GetResponse will send the person another message again. Maybe something like you forgot to download your ebook. Click here to download your ebook. So that's how simple it is to prepare a GetResponse automation. So once you are through with your automation, what you need to do is just to click on save and publish. So but before then, so let me just quickly attach a message to this. So I'll just click on automation, then let me click this. So what you just need to do now is just to click on save and publish, and that's all. So once you click on that, your email sequence is ready to start sending messages to your subscribers. So I hope you've learned something today. So please click the subscribe button and also click the notification bell. And also don't forget to share to people because this is going to help lots of people and also ease their business. So if you have any question, you can put that in the comment box. And if you want me to create any other video on any other topic related to making money online, you can also put that in the comment box. Thank you for watching and see you next time.